pitch mastery. And then the week after that, we have some legal IP discussions going on, all free. So sign up for one or all, whatever you can do. We're here to help. And even if you can't make the time or day, sign up anyway. You'll get a copy of the recording for your reference later. So with that, and I'm just going to keep going to the end. With that, I'm going to turn the floor over to Mac Goswami. And Mac is been with our cohort since the beginning, I believe, a couple of years ago. And we are super thrilled to have him today to share his insights and experience about using AI. Mac has done a lot of startups. He does one of our top mentors. He's a top voice on LinkedIn, and super excited to what information he's going to share and what we can learn. So Mac, I'm going to turn the floor over to you.
Thank you so much, Daria. Yeah, so I want to start with a little bit background of my experience and my story a little bit. So I am a technology leader. I am almost like 15 years in this space in the technology, and it just evolved. So I started my career as a software developer. So I was using C and C++, then .NET, all this stuff. So then I started in my first company actually. It was a SciGraph CAE. So it's an AutoCAD tool that I developed, actually one of their interfaces first in software development. So I was in Germany for a couple of months, was trained over there. Then I joined back then TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. This is TCS now has become, I think, the biggest IT consulting company in the world. I was doing the interface for HP storage device. My client was Hewlett Packard at the time. Then I did my master, then I did my MBA, and then I joined JP Morgan Chase, where I joined as a lead software engineer when I created scoring for the credit card approval process. And then I joined back to back couple of companies. I worked for BCS, Blue Cross Blue Shield. I joined as a lead software architect, then Alcon Labs, then Infosys, and now I'm finally at Fiserv. So Fiserv, actually, my current role is here. I'm a senior portfolio lead, so I manage two big portfolios in Fiserv. One is network and one is debit. So Fiserv is the biggest fintech company, and what they do exactly, like they do normally the merchant acquiring processing and also like the banking solutions. So all the transactions, credit card, debit card, they're out through Fiserv network. So they approve. So whatever you see that your transaction got approved in your debit, credit, or online, the transaction, majority of them processed through Fiserv network. So that means that if they collapse somehow, then it will have a huge impact in the US economy. So I large complex programs as well, and I also got that exposure to a few of my applications in AI and few of the cloud integration, cloud migration, and I create a executive report summary. And on top of it, like I am very much enthusiastic about the startup. So I actually started working with Founder Institute almost like 3-4 years, and then we joined hands with Don and then Bill and then Daria. So I put my hands together with a lot of startup companies. I have seen experience with a lot of incredible startup founders, from especially with Founder Institute Keystone. Then I became top voice on LinkedIn last year. Then I normally got invitations for a couple of startup events actually, and that's where I am now. Now I definitely want to give some of the background in AI as well. That what I use. There are lots actually going on. So Daria, if you want, you can share. I have shared my PowerPoint with you. If you can share, or either ways I can share if you can't.
Might be easier if you share if it's ready,
Yeah,
because I'll have to
yeah,
go into my email. Yeah.
yeah, sure. No worry. Give me one sec. Um, give me. Let me share my screen. Yeah, let me know that if you guys are able to see my screen.
Yep,
I am
we
doing,
can.
I
Looks
am
good.
doing my- yeah, I'm doing my presenter mode.
You
Yeah.
want to go into slideshow mode or?
Sure, yeah. So sometimes I like, I don't like the Apple. So sometimes give me one sec.
Sure.
Yeah, it should be up in the middle of that first screen. It should say slideshow.
Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, you just passed it. There you go.
Okay.
All good.
Okay. Yeah. So this is actually, I'm going to talk about it's how AI can help for the startup. So before that, actually, I just wanted to make sure that do not fully lean yourself on the AI stuff. I mean, for your startup, because there are a lot of background work, actually you need to do. I mean, so that AI can work. So a lot of people like they have the misconception that AI will do it for me. I mean, which is true in a sense, but which is also bad in a sense. So a lot of challenges out there because I feel AI in such a way like still there are a lot of limited resources like which still need to be implemented to have AI to work in fully functional way. And but there are at the same time like there are a lot of opportunities as well because that can literally save a lot of your money, a lot of your energy, a lot of your time. So few of the stuff like I wanted to go over first, a couple of AI concepts on a very high level. So I know that most of them, most of you guys, most of people like they already know what our LLMs are. So there are different kind of LLMs, but these are mostly large amounts of data and can perform the task like summarizing text and answering questions. Now, there are a couple of LLMs that are already in the market. There are more than I think all of the big companies out there right now, like they have created their own LLMs. So these are the few of them are top here that I mentioned, MS Copilot, GPT 4o, Claude. So I am like my favorite one is MS Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, because I use a lot because we have the license actually with Pfizer. So we have the paid version already. So I normally use that's the max time that I normally use that one. The good thing about it is that let's say if any of the companies, so you need to know the concept. So if any of the company or any of the startup, they trying to create their own LLM, because I know a lot of startups like they are creating LLM nowadays. Maybe a fintech LLM, maybe a pharmaceutical LLM. You can also create an LLM through these big LLMs. So they have their development tools. So they can let you custom. So that means you will get their feature and you can create your own LLM. Then it is called custom LLMs. Because if one startup or any company, any small business owner, like they start creating LLMs, I feel like it is too much to start from scratch because a lot of resource needed. And LLM is not it's not a small thing. It's a huge deal. I mean, to create a LLM from scratch. So I know there are a lot of entrepreneur, a lot of startup companies. They are making custom LLMs nowadays. GPT is one of the examples of LLM. There are some difference actually in a large scale. I would call as LLM. Now, for one of the part of it, I can call it a GPT. So these are actually, I would say it's a kind of family of AI models. Now, what are AI agents? AI agents, I would call it as a program that what actually that it would create a specific task for you, and it's fully automated. Now there is some of the influencers like they have already mentioned that, and I am mentioning it again. There is a misconception about AI agent and automation stuff. So AI agent itself automation, but automation doesn't mean that it's AI agent. So I can create I can automate my task. So I can take all my clients and then put it into an Excel sheet. So I can create an API or I can connect with an API when I will get an email. Then I will take that client name, and number, and then I'll put them in an Excel sheet. So I can call it as an automation. AI agent is I do not have to do anything for me. It automatically does it for me. So in automation, when I say it, automations, sometimes I still need to do some manual work. Like maybe I need to open a particular tool. Maybe I need to still log into somewhere. So there is a difference between AI agent and AI agent that I'm creating just to create a particular task. That is AI agent. So for today's session, that I'm going to go over like the 5 main core areas, like what I feel like as for early stage startup, like it's extremely important for the idea validation, user validation, comparative analysis, and product development. If I have time, maybe I can run through some of the tools. Maybe, I mean, if I can. So let's start with, I mean, there are also different other areas too, like which we can absolutely touch on. But the thing is that I think these 5 core areas are the most important one. So when I say idea validation, there are different steps for idea validation. So market analysis, sentiment analysis, predictive analytics, natural language processing. Just wanted to let you know that I create this PowerPoint presentation through Gemini, through Gamma, and then few of the information that I took from Gemini and Microsoft Copilot. So it's fully based on AI. Actually, I just wanted to show you like what is the power of AI. So let's actually start with. So even if I go back here a little bit, this idea validation stuff. So is all the areas, these are actually are interconnected. Idea validation, user validation, comparative analysis. So there is a, there is an overlap, like, all the areas, especially the first, second, and third one. So it's kind of complement to each other. So it's not like, if I do the idea validation, so I don't need to do the other one. I mean, it's not like that. I think they are interconnected. So so there are the tools actually, like, what we can use for the market analysis. Now, if you go with for the market trend and customer behavior, so I normally would try with a Google Trend, SEMrush, and other AI powered analytics platform. Why it is needed? So initially, what happened even few years back, if you put the Google Trends for any kind of comparison or any kind of market trend or any kind of comparison between 2 companies out there, it will only show you the comparison, but it will not show you the analytics, or it will not show you that that what is the trend in the sense like by AI powered. So it can give you like what will be good for you, what will be the best for you, and this is the trend it is going right now. In SEMrush, like few years back, it will give you, if you can put your site, it can give you your SEO optimization stuff. But now what is happening, it will not only just tell you like, what is the SEO optimization, but it also analyze through AI what the analysis look like, and how you can improve your site, or what is the market trend. So that's the difference. Sentiment analysis, it's extremely important. So when I like worked with few of the startups, it took for me so much time to find out a real customer or behavioral analysis. I had to literally go to the Facebook board and Facebook advertisement board, and I had to literally like go to their analytics just to find out the right data. Right now, if you can simply, you can go for the sproutsocial.com, cloud.io, brand24.com. If you can simply give there the dashboard, like, this is my analysis from Facebook, it will clearly tell you that this is your data, this is where it's going, this is the performance, and this is where you should go. 2 years back, it was not even the case. Like, you have to literally like sit down, you will have to literally like write it down, each and every node, like this is where I'm getting. So only for analysis, it took around couple of hours, I mean, just to go over this analysis. But now like it just minute, like it will just tell you like, where is this lagging? What is, and they can go even like the geography, they can go by the demography, they can just go over by income, and they'll, whatever you need, they will let you know. Predictive analytics. So these are, my favorite one is IBM Watson. This is, you should definitely note down for IBM Watson. This is actually one of the best tools so far that I have found, and that can literally like change the game. And it's for everything. It's for market trend. It is for market analysis. It is even for, it can even work for sentiment analysis. It is even work for like natural language processing as well. So predictive analytics is actually, it will give you the right prediction, like where the market is heading. So initially what happened, even like 1 year back or 2 years back, that you have to do the prediction by the mathematical analysis by yourself. Like this is the mathematics, this is the analytics that I am getting from Facebook. Based on that, you need to do it by yourself, or you need to hire a firm. So right now, this, if you go with the IBM Watson, literally that can tell you like this is the analytics, like where it is going. So in our case, what we do, like if we are launching a product in Fiserv, let's say, so our one of the business areas, like these are direct competitor with Stripe and PayPal. So if there is a particular model like we need to launch for in fintech, so we can literally put the data to the IBM Watson, and then what it will give us, it will give us the customer behavior, and it will give the trend. Like a trend, it is for what was the trend for 3 months prior, and what is the trend right now, and what will be the trend for the next 6 months. So it'll be way easier for us if we know that this particular analytics now. So that can create, so we can create a future project, future program based on that. We can enhance our product because we have the prediction. And what we used to do, we used to create, like we literally hired developers. We had to go to a lot of statistical analysis, like this is the prediction looks like, and based on that, we are going to hire another developers. So everything is if and else, like everything. Some of them are automation, but most of them were manual. That's the difference. And there is also another term is for that is being used for the predictive analysis. It's called natural language processing, NLP. So one of the tools that we use for Google Cloud Natural Language API, so that can be integrated. If you if you are in startup mode, and you can absolutely integrate this NLP API with your site, and then you can do the prediction. You can absolutely work with IBM Watson. And there is another tool is called Natural Language Toolkit, NLTK. Actually, I didn't use that one, but because a lot of my peers that they have told me like it's a great tool to use, and same for Spiky. So let's go to the user validation. Once again, these are actually complement to each other, like the user validation and the idea validation. So there are a lot of stuff that you can do. So I remember that I was involved in a startup 5 years back, and I had to create that. I had to hire one firm. It was in Manhattan, and they charged me total 10 grand just to create the user validation, market research for me, and the idea validation, all this stuff. They actually did it for me, and they took me 10,000 grand, and that is I think the first year. I could have easily gone to the tier 2 and tier 3. So tier 3, I think like they will also give some of the tool. They will design a prototype for me. So that would cost maybe 30 grand. So now you could have actually done all these things from a couple of AI tools. Most of them they have the free version. Few of them like give you the they will let you create your own free profile. Few of them they will give you maybe 2-3 weeks free version, and then after that it will get paid, but still it makes sense. It will save you a lot of money. So you can absolutely do survey. So not all of them I would recommend just to do all these things for your startup. I jotted down just 4 or 5, I would say. Survey is one of the most important thing if you are in the ideation phase, or even if you are a solopreneur, like you are trying to create your own product, or try to create or try to launch your own program or course, whatever. You can simply go through the create a survey, and I will come to that what tools you can use. I have used a couple of them. Analyze sentiments. I mentioned it before, but even though you can use the sentiment one here, but that can be used in both ways. That can also use for your ideation phase and also for user validation way. And other one is that like you can absolutely deploy the chatbots, run A/B testing. So A/B testing is nowadays is so easy. So if you can integrate one of the AI tools, and you can put your site, and then whenever the user logs in, that will give you the thorough performance analysis. Like what is the performance looks like, how we can and it is just like fraction of seconds, like it is that fast. It can track behavior as well. It can also predict the preferences, and it is also can do for the voice performance as well. Like it was not even before. So anything related to voice, there are a lot of call centers out there. There are a lot of voice related startup there. They are coming. There are a lot of startups are coming. Language processing. So if you are talking to over phone with someone, so they can actually analyze the data just by like having the voice data, and from there they can go for like what is the nature of that particular user. So then we also can test our prototypes as well. So when you can create that, and you can put your prototype for the running the A/B testing, and that will give you like the performance analysis, like how it's your prototype is doing, without even creating the MVP, without even creating with the actual product. So these are my four stuff actually. I think for the user validation, I think most important thing. So surveys, gathering user feedback through automated service, chatbots, and virtual assistants. So the first one is that if you are in ideation phase, the next one is that either you have a prototype, or you have created the beta version. This is also you have a beta version or a prototype. And A/B testing and personalization is for that you have created prototype, then maybe you have launched a beta version, then you have created your alpha one. You have created several of versions. So this A/B testing, what it will do, like the tool that I'm going to share with you. So if you can do a multiple versions, it will give you the analysis, the performance of the user based on which version it is. Maybe you have created beta versions, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will analyze the performance based on that. So SurveyMonkey, it was already there for several years now. So I reiterated the fact that I have created that one. I created actually multiple surveys, but let's say several years back, how it worked. SurveyMonkey, you put on survey, and then it will just give you the result. But they are not giving you the analysis, like the trend, because there is no AI. So they will not give you they were not giving you several years back, like what is the needed from your end, like for your startup should do. Now they have integrated their AI model over there, so it will literally tell you like where you are lagging behind, what the survey is saying, and based on that, what is the trend, what will be the future trends. If you go for the paid version, it will tell you everything like based on that. So for the it was for the old days, like you will have to literally maybe email to your customers, like whom you are thinking that your target customers actually, for your users. Maybe you have to go for a phone call, or coffee shop, whatever it is. if you use SurveyMonkey and with their AI stuff, I think like, nowadays it is way easier. Typeform is another one that they have their AI, they have incorporated their AI. Google Form and Microsoft Form, I have used almost all of them with their AI, and it will give me the analysis, like it will give me the AI powered analytics, what needs to be done. There are chatbots out there. I have used Drift. Dialogflow I have used, not in depth, but at least I have the idea like how the Dialogflow work. But this is the chatbox and virtual assistant, so it will give you and the Drift intercom, they will give you that the total analysis analytics of how or what are the customer issues, what are the customer questions, and based on that, what you should do. Similarly, you can go for the testing, like what are the particular model, or what are the options are working, what are not working for the prototyping. If you have the prototype already. So Figma, initially they didn't have the usability testing modules. They have launched with the AI. So Figma, you can absolutely create the prototype. I will come actually later on for the prototyping option. InVision, and there is a new tool that it's launched in the market. It's called user testing. It is specifically testing the prototype. And A/B testing and personalization. This is actually basically to give you the optimization, that how you can optimize your different versions. So it will be much more helpful, like if you have different version of your prototype or your beta version. So, I mean, definitely these three are not for ideation. At least you need to have the prototype. The next one is that the competitive analysis with AI. So identify your competitors. So I heard a lot of stuff that from different founders, like they don't have any competitors, or they have the competitors but they are not doing that. So these are a couple of tools that are available, which were not even available a few years back. They will literally tell you like what are your competitors is doing, what are their user complaints, and based on that you can absolutely analyze like what you can do better with. And that is really a game changer. And if you really wanted to go through more thorough, you can want to analyze their websites. So there are AI you can use that will literally analyze your competitor websites for everything, like their user engagement, their strategies, their traffic, their overall performance. Monitor social media. Again, let's say they had a Facebook page. Few years back, what was happening? You go to the Facebook page, but there are a certain level that you can go. There are a lot of like mathematical analysis behind the scene, so they can give you a particular data. With the AI right now, they can literally tell you like from time, demography, a lot of analytic stuff that was not even possible a few years back, and they will literally give you, and based on that, you can create your own ad. You can create your own content. Then of course the customer reviews. Customer reviews is one of the most important thing, because review will give you the key that that why your competitors customers are dissatisfied. And there are AI tools, of course, like they can help you to stay up to date in terms of market trends and industry news. So I would go over, you can absolutely take a screenshot. I would definitely go over SEMrush. SEMrush actually I have used. That is one of the best tools that's for the startup and medium size and small business owner for identifying the competitors. And that will even give you the complete thorough analysis where you are lagging, where your competitors is lagging behind. So at least you have the idea completely, like where you can improve on. So for that, you do not need to hire anyone. like especially for the pre-seed startup, even seed startup, right? I mean, there are a firm out there, like they will take thousands of dollars, I mean, just to do this stuff, but you can just easily do it through SEMrush. SimilarWeb is another one. They are competitor of SEMrush. I didn't use, but I have heard a lot of good stuff about them. So thought to, I mean, it's worth it to mention it here. For the computer websites, Ahrefs, Moz, SEMrush, these all are good. Social media stuff, Hootsuite, Sprout Social, and Brandwatch. Brandwatch is fairly new, but it's purely a game changer. It will completely tell you in and out for one particular brand. So if you can put any brands, they will analyze and they will give you the complete result through their AI stuff. If you really want to do customer review stuff for your competitors, you can absolutely do Monkey-Learn and Lexalytics. I didn't use that Lexalytics, but I have used Monkey-Learn, and that is pure gem. And monitor market trends. BuzzSumo, they were already like for several years now in the market, but BuzzSumo, they have integrated their AI part, and that will clearly tell you like what is the market trend right now for any of the product, anything, and that will also let you know that which will be the future market trend. Now I'm coming to my one of the favorite part is that product development through AI. So I divided in 3 ways. One is the generate design concepts, create multiple design iterations, then 3D model, then design UX and UI. So I would mainly focus on 1 or 2. 3D models is actually, it's necessary that if you are creating a physical product, or like it's a garment startup or anything, but I would not like focus too much on if it's just a it's a software product or just a SaaS product. I would not worry too much about the 3D models. But anything physical that you were creating, I would say absolutely I would go with the 3D models. And UX and UI, 100% we need to do that. Even that you do not need to hire anyone. So for most of the startups that I have worked with, they literally have to hire a bunch of people from Fiverr, Upwork. There are a lot of like they had to hire contractors. I mean, just to do this stuff. You can do it easily nowadays. So then for the product prototyping, that there are, I mean, another way to look at it is that the design optimization. So let's say you are creating the design, but it will also let you know, and that's the beauty of AI. AI will let you know, like how we can optimize that, and it was not even available before. And prototyping is that you can literally create a prototype. You just need to type in a prompt. In that prompt, that I want to do this. You just need to like re-engineer yourself how to write the prompt. So that's so there is a concept is called prompt engineering. So you need to master on it, like and based on that I mean it will just create the prototype for yourself. You can absolutely do whatever you are changing. So you can do literally like some of the part that you are doing the prototype by manual by yourself. Some of the part that you can do through just by AI, or you can do the whole thing through AI. And testing and feedback, that is absolutely possible with AI tools. Now, these are the AI tools like I have jotted down for you guys. So for prototype, UX Pilot, Adobe XD, Figma, InVision. I have used Figma and InVision both. They are like my best one is, I would say, Figma. InVision also I have used, like they both are gem. UX Pilot, it gains a lot of popularity nowadays. UX Pilot, I truly believe that it is also like, I mean, it's a great product. And Adobe XD is of course like it's an Adobe product. If you only go for the design concepts, Autodesk, they're fairly new in the market, and I think they're like they are doing great. And SolidWorks. Simulate performance. You can absolutely do ANSYS and COMSOL to run the performance. So as I mentioned earlier, like you just create the prototype, but you just need to run a thorough analysis of the like how it is doing to run your performance. You can absolutely do that. And they can let you know, like, how, if you need to refine your design or not. This I am not too much worried about. I will come to this later on. So there are other part that I just wanted to let you know. The time. So these are the two, like, so I researched actually thoroughly, and these are the two successful startup. There are plenty, like they are purely based out of AI. Like they create their customer study, they create their ideation, everything based on AI. So you can actually go by their case study, like how they have used the AI. So 11 Labs actually, like they have used the voice synthesis, and they are actually, they're specializes in creating the digital voice using AI. And like, so they have audiobooks, virtual assistants, and, like other audio contents. And their, like latest funding round in $101 million funding. So right now it's $1 billion. And Raise.ai, they have used AI and machine learning, and to evaluate startup for potential investment. So you can absolutely take a look about their, like, how they have used their in each and every step, that how they have used different AI tools. These are actually the three things I just wanted to go over it. The resource allocation and optimizing resource allocation. So I didn't mention here any particular tool, but they have that. There are a couple of tools out available in the market. If you can just put your website, your app, and if you can just tell them like your background and that what are the resources that you have, that tools can literally tell you like where you are lagging behind and what kind of resource you need. In fact, it's funny, just 2 days back that someone approached me, like they have already created a platform that it is going to help the startups, that what kind of tools they need. Especially they just need to put their startup name over there, the app. They will literally tell you like where your startup is lagging behind. Another one is that financial modeling. So financial modeling is, I would say, you need to go at least Series A for that. It's not for pre-stage. So if you go to the, like, if any, yeah, go ahead. Anyone asking anything? Okay. So financial modeling.
My cop.
Oh, okay. Sorry, no worry. Financial modeling is actually, that if you are at that stage, maybe Series A, I would say, or even like, seed stage, that you already raised funding, and then now you are worried about like for your finance, that your revenue stuff, your net running, your expenses and profit. You can absolutely do the financial modeling stuff, but not at the pre-seed stage. And risk assessment, again, like risk assessment, you should definitely do that even in ideation phases, because I think in pharmaceutical company, even in financial, these two industry are heavily monitored. And if you can do any sort of stuff that that literally involve lot of risk, to avoid that, you can absolutely do the risk assessment. So there are a bunch of AI tools out there. I mean, I didn't mention it here, but you can absolutely find it out, or even if you can ask me, I can find it out for you. They are literally, because we use risk assessment. So it's called Falcon. Like normally we use for financial modeling stuff, and they will give the complete thorough risk analysis stuff for us. But Pfizer is like almost Fortune 400 or 300 right now. So it's a very big company. So for them, the risk assessment is totally different, but it's, of course, it's not the same for a pre-seed startup. So maybe there are a lot of tools available out there, like they are very good for assessing the risk. And for future outlook, emerging, I think this is probably my last slide. I would say the future of AI. This is definitely immense potential for innovation, efficiency, and growth. So I think in next 2 years, I think everything will be based on AI agent. That's my perception. So everything like, you can even like create and to write an email, or even to check your invoice. Everything can be done through AI agents. So get ready for, and even if that some of the tools, like I forgot to mention here, that if anyone wants to do AI agent, so Microsoft Copilot Studio, it is one of the best tool. Then there is a Lindy.ai. Then there is a Bubble.ai. These are all no-code solution. Bubble.ai previously, a few years back, like they create the no-code stuff, but it was not using AI. But now you just need to prompt what the thing that you have to do, and they will create it for you. And voice flow is one of them. These are actually great product. I know that Rob was talking about for the legal and IP stuff just several minutes back. So you can check for Legalfly. Legalfly is one of the AI tool like that will give a lot of insights for the legal and IP, all this stuff. So I think this is
That's great, Mac. Thank
this
you
is-
so much. We do have about 8-9 minutes ish for questions. I'll open up the floor. You can just put it in the chat, participants. In the meantime, I'm going to launch a poll here real quick, just to get a sense on where everybody is on their use of AI in their startup. And don't be shy. We are here to answer all your questions. Mac went through a lot of information, a lot of examples of organizations that can help at a fraction of the cost that, a few years back, you'd have to hire an agency and spend a crap ton of money. So, feel free to put him on the hot seat and ask him a question. So it looks like we are savvy or just getting started. That's great. So no clueless here. That's excellent. Would like to know, for all the information that Mac shared, did you learn any, what was the top thing that you learned? You can just put it in the chat. Anybody? Let's see, Greg. What were the AI low or no code generators again? Let's see. Peter would like to know about OpenAI's deep research model.
Yeah, they literally just opened that up to Plus users, the people like me paying $20 a month. Before that, it was only available to people paying $200 a month. So they literally just opened it up yesterday, I believe. I have not had a chance to really play with it, but I've seen a whole bunch of stuff around that. I think that could be super useful for doing market research, competitive analysis, but I haven't played with it yet. Curious if Mac or you or anyone else has.
Yeah, so deep research actually previously they have charged them more. Then before that, like the Grok and the DeepSeek, they didn't like came out and that large volume. So when they actually penetrate into the market in a very large scale, they had to literally come down to the price because they had no option at all. Because now even for all the DeepSeek, for other stuff, all the market.
Yeah, no, it's all definitely, the models are all a race to the bottom. The
Right.
values and the apps that people can build on top of it.
Yeah.
The question for the startups, I think, of today is whether, Anthropic and OpenAI and the rest of them are going to come for your lunch and start getting into the application layer. But my question to you was more about, like, I've played around with Perplexity a bit. I have not tried OpenAI's deep research yet since it just became available to me yesterday. Do you have any comments on one versus the other?
So GPT 4. So I am a huge fan of OpenAI product as well, but I have only one issue with them. Like for deep research, is actually it will give you more insight. So I didn't get a chance to look at it yet, but I heard from one of my peers actually, like it will give you more insight for the in-depth market research analysis. Like you had to even like few months back you had to pay a lot of money for that. So now you can literally and you can upload your stuff and it can even like research your stuff as well. So you can literally upload that your in-depth analysis. Let's say for QuickBooks, you have your own account and you can simply download it from there and you can simply upload it. It will give you more in-depth analysis, like what is there for your account and what you should do. So that's kind of flexibility, like like they are going to have. But I'm telling you one thing: eventually the price will go down further because even all this like Grok and even Microsoft Copilot, they all are actually coming like with this market research stuff. So to be in competitive landscape, they will have to go down their price even further down. So that's my understanding overall.
We have some good questions coming from our participants.
With a biased data, right? So we have no clue. We can 100% sure that the output that we will get is biased, and is definitely it is going to hallucinate, right? So use AI as a tool. Like at least you will get an idea. To get that idea, even few years back, you had to pay literally money to some other people, other agencies. So I use AI tool in such a way. I think AI still is not that level yet that it will completely give you the pricing model comparison, even like without having any error. Because when it will be that case, I think millions will lose their job. Period. So I would go with like if you can feed your data, you will it will get a flavor, like what is the pricing model looks like. But I would definitely say do not blindly.
Much at the end of our call, we did not get to all the questions. Apologies to Renu Jacob, who had to drop off, but you had a lot of questions in the chat, and I think we'll send those over to Mac. He can follow up with you directly.
And please, guys, you can connect me on LinkedIn. Any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer.
Perfect.
And I think Greg just asked one question, that what were the AI low or no code generators again? I just wanted to take on that. So no code is a tool, like you are creating your prototype or you are creating your MVP. So you don't need to write any code for that. It can absolutely build it for you. Now with the AI, what it does actually, let's say that when you are building your prototype, in each and every step, it will prompt for you like how we can improve, like some of the portions are already missed. So you can actually put your prompt and you can simply write and that's prompt engineering. You can simply tell them to the prompt, like, that do it for me. So they will fill the gap, the missing part, and they will create the prototype for you. So that's the advantage. So you don't need to hire anyone, or you don't need to like do it like everything manually to create the prototype. They will do it for you.
Mac, I don't know if you have another minute to answer the last question that came in.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then we'll call it, and like Mac said, please connect with him on LinkedIn, and we'll make sure that he gets your questions answered directly if we didn't get to them.
Yeah.
So Akshita asks, can you talk a bit about distribution and reaching customers with some of these AI tools?
Okay. Yeah. So reaching customers, you can create an AI agent. If you do the smart approach, if I were you, I would create an AI agent, and I would download, like, let's say if these are my potential customers, I would have that list. And then to find out the list, there are different AI tools that which I already talked about. You would get the customers. I will create an AI agent. Like I have a specific message. I'll simply let the AI agent work for me. So, and they will send that email and any kind of communications. Now, what AI agent will actually help me to automate the system. Like let's say if they will email you back. So that my AI agent will automatically respond back to them. So I can train the AI agent in such a way, I know this might be the answer. Let's say they have a query, what would be the price for that? You give me this, that your particular product will do that, but what will be the pricing point? So you need to train your AI agent such a way, like if this is coming back from a user, then I need to write down this answer. So you need to create your AI agent in such a way. And several no code tool that I have already talked about is Microsoft Copilot Studio. You can build your AI agent. Lindy.ai you can use, then Bubble.ai, VoiceFlow. These are the like the top-notch no code tool that you can use to create the AI agent. Now another thing is that if you want to create the chatbot, like it's not AI agent at all, like some of them actually that simply asking any query about your product, you can absolutely integrate a chatbot to your system, to your product, to your app. So any question someone is asked to, the chatbot will answer you. If they will not satisfied with your answers, then you can answer them manually. That's the way normally like every company works nowadays with the chatbot.
Okay, great. Thank you again, Matt. Thanks to everyone who joined us today and hung in there to the end. We will send out the recording and the deck, and please check out our events. I put the link in the chat. If you have any other questions, email us or find Mac on LinkedIn, and we'll get right back to you. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you.